guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you feel the urge to follow me even further, whack that button right there and subscribe to this channel. So I'm going to share more of China with you as I travel around, and these days I'm in Beijing, but I'll get out and about and share more with you as I do that travel. In today's video I want to try and explain a little bit more of my journey, give you an insight into where I'm at with this video blogging thing that I find myself sort of getting into at this slightly older age, as they say. But yeah, I'm finding this really pretty interesting. So maybe a little bit more about me. I'm from Scotland in the UK, soon to be an independent country, I must add, with any luck. And anyway, I find myself living and working here in China, which is an incredible place to live. But I'll come back to that in a second, because I just want to make sure that I give you a little bit more insight to this thing. So the question I have is, why am I doing this YouTube project, and really what is it all about? So I'll try and sum it up in maybe 3 points, but believe me, this story is still evolving. So point number 1. So this is about embracing a journey to a new kind of retirement. I find myself now on the other side of 50 years old, and you know, most people started to think about retirement, and this whole traditional retirement thing for me does not float my boat. So if you think of maybe in the old days, my dad retired and then he went straight back to work. My mum, who's 93, to this day she's still making and selling her crafts. So I don't think this traditional retirement thing is for me. But I was clear that I didn't want to sort of retire. I do want to do something. I'm not sure what it is, but I sort of wanted to retire in some form, certainly so that I still had some energy left and my knees were still intact. I get a little bit sore knees sometimes. Anyway, I stumbled into the FIRE movement, which is all about retiring early, saving up your money and retiring early. So I'm on that journey at this moment in time, and I might share some of that with you. But for me, point number 1 was all about retirement, retiring early, and and get on that trip as quick as I could. So, point number 2. So what is point number 2 all about? Let me share that with you. And it is hot here in Beijing, so point number 2, let me share that with you. Okay, here we go. So the question then is, for point number 2 was, what do I do when I have all that extra time? And that was the question I had in my mind. If you're going to retire early, then what do you do? And what do you do that would allow me to travel around and work at my own pace where else I may want to choose to live or travel to. So the whole idea is about travel, and I knew that I would have to somehow work in some shape or form for digital, and I know nothing about digital. So I started my journey by blogging. Start of the year I set myself a task to blog every single day of the year, and we're now just into July, and I've blogged every single day, writing a minimum of 700 words on average, and so far so good. But then someone told me that blogging, people don't read the written words, so what you want to do is get into audio and video. So for me, that's what I'm now doing. I'm researching the audio and the video thing, and still early in my journey, but this is what this channel is all about, as I explore how to shoot video, edit video on my journey to retirement so that I can work in some other shape or form. Then I now have question number 3, subject matter. What do I talk about? Big question. So here's number 3. Point number 3 was all about the question, what problem is it that I'm trying to solve? And I really didn't have an idea of what that problem would be, but I started to see a continuation of the anti-China rhetoric on the media. So it was just after Donald Trump get booted from the White House, who, total clown, the man, booted from the White House, we got Biden in, and the propaganda actually became more of the same, more slick, and it started to really annoy me, because it's not what I'm seeing here in China. It really isn't. So I've got this whole 3-point thing going on here. One is I want to retire early. I'm going to cross this road and I might get knocked down. So I'm going to retire early at some point, and that's what I'm working on. I'll share that with you maybe over time. And then the second point is what do I do when I retire, and that is try and work remotely so that I can travel the world, live in different places, and that means I'm going to have to learn how to work online. So that's point 2. Point 3 was then, what is the subject matter? So when I looked at YouTube, the common thing that they taught on YouTube is, what question is it that you're trying to answer? So that's where I went right back to the whole China and propaganda thing. I really don't get it. The anti-China stuff that I see coming through on the propaganda, the media, just isn't what I'm experiencing day to day here in China. So I think the problem then that I'm trying to answer for the general theme of this channel currently is to share more of my experiences with traveling through China, so that anyone that wants to watch this channel, and please subscribe using the button below, can see the real China. Just a normal guy from Drumchapel in Glasgow traveling through China, and I'm going to share that content with you. Then you can make up your own mind, and you can start to look at that nonsense propaganda, especially the BBC, just absolute tosh. So that's it. That's me sharing with you the purpose of my channel. I'm now walking back. It is roasting hot here in Beijing, and it's a beautiful place, and there's some cars going by and it's noisy. But that's it. Point 1, 2 and 3 I shared with you. Purpose of my channel. Please subscribe and follow along. Join me on this journey. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. What is that about? Thank you very, very much. And take care. Peace out. World peace. Peace out.